Good
Hello.
morning. Happy Family Day.
Happy Family Day. What are you doing for Family Day?
Well, I'm here, me, myself, and I. Sheldon just left,
Taking
gone to the property. Apparently, we're supposed to get snow or rain or something,
again.
so he's out there. And of course, my family's in Calgary. My mom's here. I'll probably go check on her, but
Mm.
that's about it. Me and my 3 cats. Family
It's
Day.
uh it's gonna be a paper day. Um,
Yeah, exactly. So, and stores, everything is closed, so there's really no
oh, they
place.
are. Somebody was asking this morning, and I wasn't
Yeah, they
quite
are before.
sure.
Now I've written quite a few notes, so I am gonna, because I will forget. So anyway, closed. You've got most grocery stores, including Walmart. So usually when Walmart is closed, everything is closed.
Oh.
Banks are closed, schools are closed, LCBO and the beer store is closed. Cornwall Transit is not running today, and there is no garbage pickup. That's pushed a day ahead for anybody who
Mm-hmm.
wants to know. But Canada Post is delivering today.
Huh.
Yeah, I checked it out. I checked out what was open and closed before we came on because I knew there'd be somebody needing to know.
Yes, there was a chat request this morning,
Yeah,
and they were asking just that, and I gave the information from like the city. I know that the library is open. There's
yeah,
activities going on over
yeah,
there, and civic center is like the pool is opened as well. The
yep,
Benson Center, the skate, the free skates
yeah.
are
Well,
open
skating
as
is
well.
apparently $2 a person. It's not
Okay.
because we
No,
looked that
I'm
up.
saying free, not as free of charge, like
Yeah,
in
yeah, free,
I'm saying as
like
free
family
to
skating. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
free to go.
free
Yeah,
to
$2 a person.
mhm.
And yeah, we checked all that out too. Now the port. Do we want to talk about this now or after? We may as well talk about it now, right?
About
Port.
what?
What's open? What to do? Family Day.
Yeah, sure.
Port Theatre has got a movie playing at 1:30
Okay.
called Clifford the Big Red Dog,
Okay.
and tickets are $5 a person.
Okay.
And Galaxy Cinemas is open as well with the full
Okay.
range of movies. So go check that out on their website. Let me see what else we've got. Yeah, if you there's a lot of it good information on Cornwall Tourism dot. I think it's dot .ca
CA.
or dot .ca. Yeah,
I believe
so
it's .ca.
yeah, so basically the Cornwall Colts do take on the Brockville Braves at the Ed Lumley Arena at 3 p.m. today. That's going on. Big Ben Ski Center is open from 10 to 6
Mhm.
with several free activities.
Mhm.
There's quite a few outdoor rinks, including the Optimist rink as well. That's open.
Mhm.
I mean,
Are
it's a
they open though? Because it was pretty darn mild out there yesterday when I went out. Not sure.
yeah, you're right. Maybe you can check,
Check.
but the rinks are supposed to be open. Gano Park has cross country and snowshoe trails, which I'm sure are still open. Could be a little
Slushy.
slushy, but they're still open. Like you said, the aquatic center is open with a swim from 1 to 2:55,
Mhm.
and Benson Center, like you said, skating $2 a
Mhm.
person. And the Cornwall Public Library has stuff going on all day from
Yep.
9:30 to 5. So you can always check out their website too. There's all kinds of stuff going on there.
Look at my pandemic roots. Jesus, I gotta do something about that. I'm getting
Well,
really
I have
bad.
them too, but I just like flip mine over. My mother
Well,
keeps
mine
saying,
are all over the place, so even if I flip them over, they get back.
yeah,
Anyways,
I have some too, but I'm
so
trying to.
what crazy weather we've been having.
I
Man, it's
know.
like it's insane. So Thursday, I was out doing some skip the dishes,
Mm-hmm.
and I went out for like 3 or 4 hours, and it was so beautiful. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, it was not beautiful because it was raining, but I mean, it was mild,
Yep.
way above zero, and raining, and so the snow all melted. Like by the time I came
Mm-hmm.
home, it was all gone.
Yep.
Everything was gone. I could see the grass. I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then that very same day, it started freaking snowing like crazy.
I know.
And then I wake up the next morning and we have another fucking 6 foot. Oops, not
Oopsie,
supposed to. Oopsie
bleep,
daisies.
bleep that
We have
one
another
out.
freaking um like it felt like 6 more inches of snow, and oh my gosh, like
Well,
enough already.
it was weird though, because I mean, I was still up and it was 12:15, and I had looked out the window because the office is at the front like yours, and there was nothing a little while before that. And 12:15, it's like, holy, everything was white, completely covered. But it was so pretty. It's so peaceful that
Yeah.
at that time of night, yeah. See,
Meh.
I like it. I like it. And you don't, but
I well,
it's
I find it pretty, like, on December 24th, like when
yeah, yeah.
it's first starting, like, okay, that's pretty. But by the time we're in February, I don't find it pretty anymore. And oh my God, like on Saturday, that's the other thing, Saturday was beautiful.
Mhm,
I went to the hospital to visit somebody there that was spending a little time in the hospital because they've had appendicitis.
mhm,
So I went and I visited them. I got there at 1, and it
mhm,
was it was beautiful, clear, everything was fine.
mhm.
And then the doctors said that they were releasing them, so I told them I'm gonna go and get your medication, and then I'll come back and pick you up around 4.
Yeah.
So I come back home, I sat at my computer, I did a little bit of work, and then because it takes always time at the pharmacy, when they
Mhm.
send a prescription, it takes about a couple of hours before you get it, or
Yeah.
an hour at least. So then I get ready to go get the freaking prescription, and I turn around, I look out the window, and it is a major blizzard
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Like, the police had freaking notices out saying, "Hey, don't go out. If you can't go out, don't go out. It's really, really bad. The roads are awful. There's accidents everywhere. Stay put." You know. So I'm like, "Oh my gosh," and it,
Mhm.
it was a blizzard. So I thought, okay, well, is this gonna be lasting all day, or so, because I'm like, I can't go anywhere like that, and especially with my little car, it's not optimal for snow. Anyway,
Mhm.
so it finally calmed down. So I took the truck, I went to Walmart, I got the medication, and then I come out of there, and there's wind blowing everywhere,
Yeah. Yeah.
and my hair is going like this, and I'm pushed
Yeah.
that way, and I'm like, I'm gonna freaking start flying here. And there was a poor woman there trying to get in her car, and I'm like, shit, it was spring 2 days ago, you
I
know?
know. I know. It changed. Well, Saturday it was funny because they had Art for All at Cornwall Square.
Hmm.
And it was from 1 to 3, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna go check it out, see what's going on." And that's when same thing, I looked out the window and it was like, "Oh my god, I couldn't even see across the road." It was completely white.
It was like the visibility
But
was nil.
it was nil, but then it kinda blew over, sun came out, it was gorgeous for a little bit, but
I
then
know.
the wind picked up and it just kept coming back, but I ended up going. It was at, Cornwall Square. I wrote
Hmm.
a little out and about it, and it was cute. There was quite a few people there still, even though the
Hmm.
weather was bad, but it's been very strange weather for the
It
middle of
has.
February.
Yeah. Yeah, it has, absolutely, crazy.
Mhm,
Anyways, and then so I went to pick him up, brought him back home, and as I'm bringing my car around, and I tried to go in the driveway next door because I park
mhm.
my car there oftentimes, I got stuck.
Oh, no.
And I don't know if it's because my tires are finished. I'm gonna have to go take it to, I don't know, Canadian Tire, I guess, to see if, I have to
I
change them.
I got new tires. I got them put on at Cornwall Tire, so
Okay.
I know mine are good, but
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think, it's probably what. Anyways, I'm
mm.
putting it it was so embarrassing, my lease, because 'cause I'm there, like, and I'm on an angle, I'm blocking the
Oh,
entire entryway of the parking next door.
yeah.
Like, because I took it on an angle, and I'm stuck that way, like,
Oh my
on an
goodness.
angle. And then comes this cab trying to get into that driveway,
Yep.
and I'm like, "Shit," you know? And he's like, and I'm like, you know. So I'm trying to go forward and it won't
Mhm.
budge. I'm trying to go back, it won't budge. And Mateo's trying to push and it's not doing anything. The poor taxi driver had to come and
Oh, he
get
helped
me
you?
out of there. Yeah. Yeah, they're so nice. Like my next door neighbors, I live next to a mosque, and
Yep.
man, they're the nicest people.
Yeah, they are.
Nicest of
They are.
people. Yeah, so he got out and he helped me get out of there, and then I just brought it in my own driveway, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but yeah, I'm like, oh, that's gonna cost me a lot of money for the tires now, because yeah, I'm debating like if I should not get some winter tires. What's your take, people? Do you have winter tires or you have all season tires? Like I always had all season tires and never
Mhm.
saw the um purpose of changing, like, it's just an extra cost to me anyways. You have to change your tires every 6 months, and so
Yeah, but if you
do you
I've
have
got
all seasons or
yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
I have all seasons, but I mean, if you've got new all seasons, you should be all okay. If you've got tires that have no
But
tread on them.
they're not bald. Like
Oh, mine were. Mine
I'm
were.
looking at them and they don't look bald, but the thing is, like, there was snow in all the cracks, so it's just
Hmm.
bleh. It's anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I actually had mine changed in September, way before, because I was driving to Ottawa quite a bit with for my dad,
Hmm.
and I pulled in and they showed me how bare they were on the back. There was no tread at all, and I'm like, "Oh my god, those things can blow anytime. I'm not risking this at all."
Yeah,
So, mine are all season and they're really good.
yeah. Anyways, I'll have to take care of that this week and see where it goes.
Well, you might have to
But
unless you
I mean, it would make sense because I did a lot of mileage with them
yeah,
because we were going hiking every week, like
yeah,
far away. So I guess they're done.
yeah,
They
yeah.
don't last forever, unfortunately.
Either that or you can drive the truck around, and I'm not sure
Uh-uh.
which is better, because that was probably even worse, because it's like it doesn't have any weight in the back, right?
No, the truck is very good.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it's a four-wheel drive. It
Oh, is
doesn't
it?
go anywhere. And he's got brand new
Oh, well.
spanking tires on it. It
Oh,
goes
well.
nowhere. But I hate this damn thing.
Because
Like
I
I
know
hate it.
it's hard
I
to
hate it.
maneuver. It's probably
Yeah.
hard for you to
Like
maneuver because 'cause you're short.
I can't imagine. It's not because I'm short. Like it's because it's big.
Oh,
I mean, I reach the pedals just fine. That's not
okay,
the
good,
problem.
good, good.
You know,
I
I'm
thought you
not a
had
m-
those
I'm
I
not a
thought
midget.
I thought
You
you
know,
had those wooden blocks installed. I'm
no.
just kidding, just kidding. No, yeah, it would be
I just,
harder
you
because
know,
it's long.
I can't imagine how somebody maneuvers a freaking bus.
My mother, how small my mother is? When we
Hmm.
first came here, she drove school bus. Can you imagine? She's, like, so little. She's about well, probably shorter than you, and she drove school bus for a long time.
I have a cousin who drives a school bus,
Backed
and
it into our driveway and everything.
uh, she's got my full respect now because, like,
Yeah.
that to me is one of the hardest. I won't even back my car in the
Oh,
driveway. I don't like backing up at all. Like, mm-mm,
I'm kind of a pro at that. I've been doing that for a while now,
mm-mm,
so
don't
I
like it.
back it
Don't
in.
like it. I can do it if I have to, but I don't like it one bit. So
Okay, so
yeah.
a school bus would be
Oh
completely out
no.
for you.
Like even like I was thinking, because I'm planning the trip for the summer because this year's gonna be the last summer trip with Mateo. Um so I was thinking, maybe I'll get a little RV and
Mhm.
I'll drive it and go with the kids somewhere because John's always working, so
Yep.
he's obviously not gonna be able to go for weeks and weeks and weeks. But I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll go to BC. Maybe I'll just take buy an RV and like a class C that you can,
Mhm.
that's more like a truck than anything else. But
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean, we had one of those too. You
I don't
just
see myself.
get in the driver's seat and go.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
don't see myself doing that.
you don't?
No, I don't see myself being able to maneuver that big of a thing.
Excuse especially in like cities and stuff where you have to tight spots. My
Right.
brother-in-law's
I'd be
a
stuck all the time. I'd have to ask stranger to get me out of there.
yeah, flag someone down. I know my ex went for a ride with my brother-in-law's an owner operator. He's a trucker, and I guess he good luck, Julia. I don't drive our Class C.
Yep.
Well, Ivan Steve was so impressed. Ivan was downtown, around little cities and stuff, maneuvering this truck in and out, like with the trailer behind. And he says, I don't know how we can do it, but you
John,
get
when
used to it.
when yeah, like when we went to Texas with our trailer, like if we did it quite a few times,
Yep.
and he has no problem like in city and stuff, and he's just like he's fine. He gauges his he's a really good driver. John is a really really good driver. Like but me, like I can't even park in a parking spot. Like I'm every single time, like 9.5 times out of 10, if I have that truck and I'm parking in a parking lot, you'll be cursing me out. If you're somebody who's trying to park, in that parking lot, like I'm halfway in the other parking zone, or like I'm like
Oh,
right on the line, or like I'm
I'd be taking that truck, parking away from everybody and just driving straight through and that's it,
yeah. Not
parking
to
it.
mention the hookup and
Oh, yeah.
drunk and stuff. That's another
Oh,
thing.
yeah. That's another
Yeah.
thing you gotta think of. There's a lot to think about.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking if I'm just going with the kids, maybe a little I can't remember what
Camper,
they
a
call.
little tent trailer?
No, no, no. Are you nuts? I'm not pulling anything. Are
You
you
you'd have
nuts?
to you'd have
I
to
am not
back that
pulling
up.
anything.
You'd have to back that up, and then you'll jackknife it, and you'll have a
No,
big
I'm
problem.
thinking more like a little, a little camper that's yeah, a camper van, like Ina just said. Exactly, a
A
camper van.
camper
A
van,
little
like
camper van.
yeah,
That's
is it
like
gonna
that's the size of a truck. I mean, I'm
yeah,
I'm not great at it, but I could deal with that.
yeah, is it gonna have, like, flowers all over it, like, the hippie style '60s thing? No.
Oh, you know what would be cool? It's those Volkswagen one. The
That's what I'm
Volkswagen
thinking, that the
like
roof
that go
goes
up
up.
there. Those
Yep,
are cool. Maybe
that's
I'll
what I'm thinking.
anyways, we'll see. Or I'll just take my car and we just go in a hotels, which is more simple.
It could be easier unless you
Mm.
wanna pitch a tent
But
every night.
oh no, remember my camping
Oh, yes, I
trip
do. I
last
remember.
no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Um
Been there, done that, and you've got the T-shirt.
oh yeah.
Yep.
No, I didn't even want the t-shirt, so I don't want to remember that one. But what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say about that? It escaped my mind now.
Oh, senior moment?
Yeah, yeah. All right, lost my train of thought. Moving along.
It'll come back, it'll come back. So, a quick question. Does anybody out there know how Family Day happened? How did it happen? Like, where did it come from? Do you
Um,
know?
I guess a couple was on a retreat planning a family. They got pregnant and called it Family Day. I don't know. I don't know.
Not quite.
Tell
So,
us. Tell us.
okay, so during the provincial election in 2007, Dalton McGuinty of the Liberal Party promised that if re-elected premier, he would establish a provincial holiday in February.
Ha.
So on October 12th, 2007, the provincial government established Family Day, and it's always the third Monday in February. And it was created for people to spend time with their families. But it's also a much deserved day off between New Year's Day and Good Friday, which are 3 months apart, because there's really no other major holiday in between
Hmm.
those. So that's pretty well why they have it, just to
So it
form
was
one more holiday.
an election promise. That's
Promise.
interesting.
It was an election promise, yeah, and that's
Well,
how it
at least he
happened.
kept his promise.
Exactly. So,
Oh, started in Alberta in 1990.
well, it says here the day was yeah, and it was introduced in Ontario in 2008 on February the
Wow, it
18th.
took us a
So,
while to
yeah, different promises, different provinces
Yeah.
probably have different years that they started, and but apparently, from what I read, Quebec doesn't celebrate Family Day.
No, I think that's what I was gonna say, because Dalton McGuinty was a provincial, premier. So it's a it's a provincial, choice to
Mhm,
do it or not,
mhm,
and I guess Alberta started it and were the first to have Family Day
mhm.
as a holiday. And then but no, Quebec doesn't have it.
Yeah, because I looked that up. I was checking that today. So yeah, each province kind of did it whenever they wanted to, if
Mhm.
they wanted to. But the first one was officially 2008.
Yep. Oh, that's cool. So, man, what a week in Ottawa.
Oh, yes.
That yeah.
So what's going on right now? It looks like it's all cleared out, but there's still some people there.
I haven't watched the news in a couple of days. I got really tired and exhausted
Mhm.
of watching it all
Mhm.
happening, and but yeah, Saturday was a big day. Friday and Saturday were both big days
Yep.
where they removed most of the people from the downtown core, and but now I've heard that they're moving other parts, like they're moving to other parts and gathering in other places,
Yep.
and I'm just hoping they're not like regrouping. And
Well, I don't know. Sheldon was checking out news sites and stuff, and it kind of looks like they are. So they're gonna pop up in different areas, and but I mean the mandates are starting to be dropped March 1st, I believe. The
yeah,
passport mandate is going to be dropped.
yeah,
So
yeah, and
that's
they're talking about removing masking as well, like in March at some point.
mhm.
And so yeah, most of the mandates, most of the things are going to be a thing of the past, it seems. So
So I'm sure like there'll still be people that will choose to wear a mask, but it'll be up to you and we'll see how things go.
yeah, well,
Somewhat of a new normal.
I mean, it's like I said last week, we need to, at some point, we need to learn to live with it,
Yep.
because
Yep.
it's
I don't think it's gonna completely go away.
no,
Just
but the
have
good
to learn.
news is that even despite all the gathering that's happened, I mean, there's been a lot of big gatherings, like a
Mhm.
lot of big demonstrations in Quebec and Alberta, and like,
Mhm.
in Ottawa, of course,
Yep.
and the numbers they keep going down. Like, it keeps going down right now, and it's really good news.
Mhm. Yeah, fingers crossed it
It's
stays like
really
that.
really good news. It's promising for the summer, and I just hope that there's no other new variant that
Yeah.
show up,
That's
because
the only other thing.
that
That's the
would
other
be
thing.
devastating. Like,
Yeah.
that in itself, just it really was a big blow to my mental health back in December, when things were getting back on track, everything was getting back to normal, I was getting ballsier, i
Yep.
was i was getting more comfortable with going back into a normal routine. I was going to Ottawa every week, going to work, um
And
and
then all of
then
a sudden Omicron
all of a sudden
hits.
Omicron comes and everything is locked down again. Like, that was so discouraging.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you get I don't know, it's like you oh, how's Cornwall Hospital doing?
So, from what I saw, and honestly, I want to take a moment to thank the angels at Cornwall Hospital. Everybody over there is just fantastic. They have so much patience. It's unbelievable. I've seen stuff when I was there on Saturday that nobody should have to deal with. They're being yelled at. They're being, like,
Oh,
they are freaking saints, man. They are saints. And this
yeah.
little nurse that was taking care of my son, thank you so much. I didn't even catch your name, but man, you were the bomb. You were so great. And yeah, I mean, I kudos to them. They're really, really, really holding down the fort, and they're putting in like so many extra hours, and and they're selfless to the max. Like it's completely.
No, I have to say, I have to agree with you. Like September, October, November, like my mom, my dad, they were in and out of the hospital. My mom's had a few little episodes with her heart, but yeah, like they're so patient.
Yeah,
And, between putting the gowns on, gowns off, this and that, there's so much more that they have to do right now than they used to. And I say the same thing, kudos to them
yeah,
because
yeah,
you have to have a lot of patience. Shame on the disrespectful
yeah,
people.
absolutely. It's just crazy to see, but anyways, it's they're doing a fantastic job.
They are.
So to answer your question, Ina, I'm not sure. It didn't look like it was too busy. Um, but I don't have numbers. I'm not sure how many are still in there for COVID or not. Um,
Mhm.
I've kind of given up on the EOHU numbers as well. I just don't. I'm gonna check right quick what it says.
What we're
Um,
at.
what we're
But
at.
how
Yeah.
was how was the, emergency room? Like,
So
how fast did your patient get through the
six
emergency?
hospitalizations, two in the ICU. That's all there is right now in all of a EOHU for
Oh,
COVID. So just for COVID though. So the COVID situation is under control. The emergency, it was longer for example, when Ezekiel was there for the same thing.
mhm,
When Ezekiel, well, I'm saying it was longer. It probably wasn't longer really, because Ezekiel got there like in the morning, and then he was getting, yeah, by the afternoon, maybe a little longer. So but they had to run a lot more tests than with Ezekiel,
mhm.
because Josh, it wasn't clear. um I was not even supposed to mention who got it, but there you go. It wasn't clear that it was his appendix. They did an ultrasound at first,
Mhm.
and it wasn't clear. So then they had to do a CT scan, and
Okay,
then they found it with the CT scan. So yeah, it took longer a little bit, and then to get out of the hospital was super fast. Like he had his surgery Friday night,
okay.
and then by Saturday afternoon he was out. So
Oh,
they
okay.
really, they pushed him out quickly.
Yeah,
Uh,
they don't wanna keep you in there if they don't have to.
right, and
That's for sure.
they're super careful. He had two COVID tests while he was in there.
Yeah, I was gonna
They
ask.
do all the all the stuff, and then I gave him two COVID tests when he came home,
Yeah,
2 days apart, just to make sure that he
yeah.
didn't catch anything over there. So yeah, and they're, yeah, they're fantastic. I have nothing to say about our hospital. We hear all the time people complaining,
I know.
you know, and I'm sorry, but you obviously haven't been in Quebec's health system, because that's brutal. Like if you go to an emergency room over there, you're gonna wait. Get prepared to wait at least for a day, before you see someone. It's pretty crazy, and it's an emergency room. Also, there's so
Mhm,
many people that go there for sniffles. That's not what this is supposed to be for.
mhm.
If you don't have an emergency, go to a clinic, go to a walk-in clinic. This is for
Yeah.
when you need like really,
Like
x-rays and
when I went for my emergency when I broke my leg, like that to me, that's where you go. You can't
yeah,
go
of
anywhere
course, you
else.
can't go
So,
anywhere else. You
yeah,
need x-rays, you need,
yeah,
surgery or whatever, that you have to go in there. But
yeah,
if you have an earache,
yeah. Don't
you
go.
you don't clog the emergency room for that. But I see people all the time, oh, I went, and the emergency was so full, and I waited for like 4 hours and nobody came to see me, so I left.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you left,
Then you were okay to leave. Like me with a broken leg, there was no way I could leave. When I went in with cat scratch fever, whenever I got attacked by the cat, I was
yeah,
not leaving. I was in so much pain. It was awful. So, I mean, it just depends. My daughter had to go with one of the kids in Calgary too. She went to the children's hospital and she was there at 10 o'clock in the morning, and by the time it was all done, it was 5:30 in the afternoon, and it was a long day too. So that was what, 10?
7
Well,
hours.
7 hours, about 7 hours, but,
Yeah, well, I think it would be a good guide if you think to yourself, okay, if I go now, will I leave in a few hours because I'm not seeing someone? And then if the answer is yes to that, you wait
don't
and go to
go.
the clinic the next
Yeah,
day. Like,
yeah,
it
just
just
don't go.
doesn't make interesting question coming from Ina, my least that you can answer.
Oh, cat scratch fever is definitely a thing, I know. It was about, I'd say about 4 years ago now. I had 2 cats, well, 3 cats, and 2 of them got into a scrap at the house, and what I have no idea what I was thinking, but I went in to separate them, and with my hands, silly me. So, I got scratched really badly by one of the cats. I am actually, I'm not even sure if it was maybe both of them, but scratches, bites, really, really bad. So, this was about 10:30 at night, and it was pretty swollen within a little while. So I thought, clean it off really well, put on Polysporin in the morning, I'll be all right. 5 o'clock in the morning, I was in so much pain. You could have sworn I had broken my wrist or something. So Sheldon took me in, and within a few hours, I was on IV antibiotics because they call it cat scratch fever. It's really blood poisoning of the system. So I was in there. Remember, I was 6 days. I was in the hospital
So
on.
is it really a thing you said? Yeah,
It is
6
really a
days
thing. I was
hospitalization.
6 days in there, and basically, you could see the blood poisoning going up my arm. Like, the doctors would every day, they would circle how high it was going, how high it was going. It went up probably up to about here before it stopped. And about day number 5, the doctor's face, the little old lady in the next bed said that the relief on that doctor's face when it started going down, she says, "You should have seen it." So basically, I told him, like, "What happens if it doesn't go down?" Basically, it can either hit your heart and kill you, or you would have to stop it, you've gotta have a limb amputated because that's the only way they can stop it if it doesn't go down. So yeah, it's a thing and it's a very serious thing. So I advise anybody that gets attacked by a cat, if it really starts to be very painful, get swollen, go in. Don't wait. Yeah,
Yeah,
cat
I
scratch
remember
fever,
that's
Ted Nugent. That's all I could think of. Yes, Ted
yep.
Nugent. But yeah, it's really a thing. It was actually quite scary. I didn't realize how serious it was,
Yeah.
but it's very, very serious. But I have to laugh though, because the one thing I do remember being in there, and I was on morphine. That's how bad the pain was. And I've got a super high tolerance for pain, but I was on morphine. And remember, we were putting the Sika together at the time. So
Mhm.
I had my laptop. I really thought I was doing a great job helping Julia. And every time the morphine kicked in, I kind of nod off and come back. Had no idea what I'd been doing. And finally, I get this little message because we work on the program together. I get this little message. Can you please get out of there? Because you're being more of an hindrance than help.
She is moving stuff around like, there's an ad for a client there and all of a sudden it's off the page cuz she nodded and, and fell asleep.
Nodded off, had my hand on the mouse and pushed it somewhere else. So she told
Yeah.
me to
I
get
was like,
out of
"You know
there.
what? Don't worry, my Lisa. I'll just get out of there. I'll take care of it, okay? Cuz you're just giving me more work right now."
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof, the page would disappear or something. Yeah,
Yep.
I thought I was doing really well that day, but yeah, apparently I wasn't. So
Yeah, it
morphine,
was the drugs made you think that you
oh
were
my
doing
god.
good.
Yeah, when you're on morphine, don't try and lay out the secret, that's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time for
For it is
the
time for our Monday morning, say it. Monday morning
Monday Munchie taste
taste
test.
test. Yeah,
Got it.
I don't know
Monday
why
Munchie taste
I
test.
don't know why we made a tongue twister out of it
I
because
don't
that's
know.
what it is.
So I want to
So,
apologize because we were supposed to be doing churros. So I hope you guys did not go out to buy churros because we ended up not making churros. Um,
well, what happened was we were not even going to be doing the show today because Julia had a prior engagement for Monday and Tuesday. She was away, and she ended up having to cancel that to stay at home and nurse her patient. So yesterday, at the spur of the moment, we're going, okay, we'll do the show, but we have nothing to taste test. And there was not much open
mm,
yesterday at 4 o'clock. So we
so
kind
that
of
was a
reverted.
perfect opportunity
We
to.
reverted to I have the label Happy Popcorn Co.
So we have Chunky Monkey.
Yeah, we've got Chunky Monkey. The
We
reason
have,
it's only half full is because Julia's got the other half.
then we have,
Cheddar pretzel ale. Now that really, I wondered. That kind of sounds funny. Apparently, that is one of Bill Hellman's
all time
special
favorite.
all-time favorites. The little guy told me yesterday, and I'm sure the word ale comes into that part.
Okay, My-Liis, you got me curious now. You said that I have half of the Chunky Monkey, but why do I have a label too?
Because you have a small bag. What you've got is they have those are like the taste tester bags. It's not as big. So mine is half of mine is gone and it's in your bag. And they gave me labels because I asked for labels so I could
Oh,
write the
okay.
name on so you would know what it was.
Okay, so
Smart
cheddar
me.
pretzel
Yep.
ale. Then we have
We have
pink
we both have the big pink cherry.
pink cherry.
Now the pink cherry, what they're doing for the whole month of February, they're giving $2 out of the sale of each bag to the Boys and Girls Club. So
Okay,
that's
good
why
to
I
know.
bought a full bag for each of us. So $2 from each
And
bag
what do I
is
have here?
donated. That is the rest of the ale. So you've got
Oh,
half,
okay.
I've got half, because this was a bit of a bigger bag. So
Okay, all right.
I said
Got
to
you.
myself, I said, if I keep all that popcorn here and I'm the only one in the house, guess what's going to happen? So I'll
Uh,
ship it off to Julia. Either she can eat it or share it with everybody else because I
yeah,
don't want it all. Some of this is going to my mother because I know I can't eat the whole thing.
okay.
And she's seeming to really like the flavors, so
Yeah,
that was
that's good.
nice.
They're so different. Like I really love I was kind of disappointed because my Lisa told me that they had this new
Oh,
flavor called.
cheddar cheese and caramel, and that's what I went for. It's so good because you've got the sweet and savory together. It's really, really good.
That's really intriguing to me. I'm really definitely going to have to try
It
that at
was.
some point because it's like that's not something that I can picture together, cheddar cheese and caramel. It's
Mm.
kind of like really iffy, but yeah, I'll have to give it a try.
Yeah, it was really good, and they didn't have any bags of it yesterday. And I
Hmm.
have to give a little shout out to the guy behind the counter. His name is Devin. What a little sweetheart. He was so much information. He helped me pick out the good flavors. There was another one actually, uh buffalo buffalo wing and blue cheese, and I kind of
Oh,
really wanted that one, but he said it's pretty hot. So
oh, okay.
I know if I do something like that, I might like it, but I'll regret it because I
Mm-hmm.
have really bad heartburn, so can't
Okay.
kick that off. Which do you wanna try first?
I don't know. You choose.
Um, I want the cheddar
Okay.
pretzel and ale.
All right. Let's try that.
Mhm.
Cheddar, pretzel, and ale. I'll take it from that little bag that you got. Okay. Hmm. Smells
Mm.
good. Looks great.
It's
Hmm.
kind of even just smells like regular popcorn.
No, I can smell the cheddar. Hmm.
Mm.
I can even
Alright,
smell the pretzel. Really. Okay. Let's try this.
alright.
You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Mm. Oh my.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what I can taste there. It's kind of initial, it's kind of a puff of sweet.
I definitely taste the cheddar. No doubt about it. And I guess it is very salty, so
Mm.
that would be the pretzel.
Pretzel. Now, where does the ale come into this?
Oh,
Oh, this one I can taste something else. I actually really like it
It's good. It's really good.
because
Oh, I thought I just got a
an ale taste.
yeah. I
Yeah.
just got it too. Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting
it's like each little piece has a different little
flavor.
burst to it. Yeah.
Oh, really got the beer there.
Yeah. I
This
really
one really
like it
got the
because
beer.
I don't like overly sweet. This is really good. I would definitely
It's really good.
do this one. Yeah. Cheddar
Nice.
pretzel ale. Very nice.
Very nice. Okay, Chunky Monkey
Now, Chunky Monkey is the brown ones are chocolate and the yellow ones
banana.
are banana.
Mm,
So we
smells
will.
good.
Which one do you want to taste first? You wanna? Oh,
I'm
I didn't
gonna
even
make
smell it.
both. I'm gonna take both.
Mm.
So you got banana and
I can
chocolate.
actually smell the chocolate more than the banana
Again,
when you
I
smell it.
want to apologize because my camera looks green. It looks more like
That's
my
what it's
Lisa's
supposed to look
color.
like.
Yeah.
So what are you
Okay,
gonna eat
so
them both together?
yeah,
Okay.
for the
All right.
optimal flavoring. All right,
Okay.
one,
Sounds
two,
good.
three. This one's really crunchy.
Mhm.
Mm, interesting.
I find that chocolate overpowers when you do it together. You can really taste the chocolate when you do it together.
I tend to agree. But I mean, it's made for that. It's made to eat both together.
Together.
With chocolate and banana is a good combination.
Yeah. You can taste more chocolate though when you do it together. When you do them separately, obviously you can taste them really well, but I kind of still prefer the cheddar pretzel ale because I'm not a one for overly sweet. But it is good if
It's
you
interesting. It's good.
it is good.
Um, there used to be I'm sure it still exists. There used to be Ben and Jerry's ice cream called Chunky Monkey,
Oh, okay.
and it was like that. It was banana and big chunks of chocolate in there.
Ooh,
It was really good. Do you know Ben and Jerry's?
I don't even know that.
So Ben and Jerry's. There's
Ben and
actually one
Jerry's.
in Kingston. If you ever go to Kingston, there's a Ben and Jerry's there,
Oh,
and it's a ice cream um, creamery
mhm.
from Vermont. They are actually right outside of Stowe, Vermont,
Okay.
and they're total hippies. They're like they're really really cool guys, and their ice
Oh,
cream flavors are out of this world. They're completely crazy. They have like names like Cherry Garcia,
oh
like
my.
Cherry Garcia, Chunky Monkey. They have like all sorts of crazy names, and yeah, if you ever are in Vermont, near Stowe, you can visit the creamery. It's fascinating to see, and yeah, they're pretty cool.
What was it called again? Say it again.
Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah,
Wow, interesting.
yeah, yeah. They're super cool guys.
But
All
anyway, what is on ice cream? What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
right. That's a good question. I've never really um paused. I really like praline and cream.
Oh yeah, my favorite is rum and raisin. I've always liked it.
Oh,
It's hard to find.
yeah, you'd be a kind of rum and
How
raisin.
I don't. You know what though? I don't like rum. I don't like
Oh
rum,
no?
but rum and raisin ice cream. They have it at Cowan's. Cowan's. If I hope I'm saying it right. I actually found it there, so they do have it. Okay,
Oh yeah.
folks. Who else? Whatever. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Put it in the comment box. But we're eating popcorn, so we shouldn't even be talking about ice cream.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
sorry. I'm just putting sorry. But yeah, peanut see the flavor name? Peanut butter no bake cookie dough core.
oh my.
So, yeah, they have a whole bunch of crazy yeah, crazy name. Brownie batter core, um
Wow.
scoop shop flavors. It's a really cool place. Netflix and chilled. Cherry Garcia is a very popular flavor.
Chip off the dough block.
Yeah.
Yeah, chicken.
Chocolate therapy, chunky monkey, coffee, buzz, buzz, buzz.
Yeah, that
New
sounds like an
York summer
interesting one.
fudge chunk, fish food.
Fish food. Ah, that kind of brings back those jelly beans. That
Yeah.
those
Anyways, they're super cool. Go, go. I know. We're talking popcorns here, people, not
yeah.
ice cream. So I'm going to remove this from the
For some
screen.
reason, Julia's
Apologize to Happy Popcorn for getting sidetracked here.
Julia's
It's the
had me
name of your thing that got me sidetracked. Chunky Monkey.
chunky monkey. Yeah. So the
All right.
next one we are going to try the pink cherry. The pink cherry glaze is the one that they're donating. I forgot to open this. I just don't want
Yeah.
to open it.
Pink cherry that I'm now going to rename Cherry Garcia.
So anyway, the pink cherry, they're donating $2 from every bag sold to the Boys and Girls Club throughout the month of February, because it is Pink Shirt Day, the anti-bullying.
They
So
have another cherry one that I've tried. I haven't tried this one,
they have
but
black cherry.
yeah, that's the one I tried. I
And
really like
then
the black cherry
last
one.
week, I'm doing what you were doing at what's the thing, Mr. Puffs. I was there last week. I bought the mixed black cherry and red cherry, and that's why when I bought the cheddar cheese and caramel, that's when I bought it the other week. But anyway, this is
Cherry.
your pink cherry glaze.
All right, let's try this. Mm,
It's definitely pink cherry.
that is really nice because it's not overly sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got a little hint of sweetness, a little hint of cherry
Yeah.
taste. You wouldn't get tired of eating it like after three
Yeah, because I
handfuls.
mean, some of it too, there's bits that only have a little bit of cherry
Mm-hmm.
on.
Yeah, it's
So
a
those that would kind of be my style because I'm not big on the huge cherry taste,
I
but
like that.
so that's good. Whereas the black cherry has its own cherry taste.
All
It's a
coat.
lot stronger, and
Yeah, because it's really coated
it is.
in
This
the
is not
glaze.
this is not fully coated. So
Mm, love it.
so what's your favorite out of the three?
Well, it's
Mine is this one for
yeah,
sure.
I can't say that and cuz you know, uh, it's two different it's completely two different worlds. It's like are you feeling sweet or are you feeling savory? You know,
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
I'm feeling savory, definitely the cheddar
Yeah,
pretzel ale, but if I'm feeling sweet, the pink cherry would hit it, you
I
know?
think so too.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, they are two completely different
Yeah.
flavors.
So I can't pick a favorite. I can say that between the pink cherry and the chunky monkey, I would pick the pink cherry, not the
Hmm.
chunky monkey.
Hmm.
But and yeah, like I've had a lot of their flavors, and the cheddar pretzel ale that we tasted today is probably one of my favorites
Hmm.
because I've
I've
had the
had
cheddar, I've
yeah,
had
dill
dill
pickle.
pickle.
Hmm.
I prefer this to dill pickle really.
Yeah, I really like it. It's just got a very different. It's this burst of sweet, and then it just I don't know, it just changes as you're eating it. It's really good. Now, Happy Popcorn has moved. They are in their new location. It's at 150A Pitt Street, so the former Bicycle World. It looks like the Bicycle World's been split into a couple of stores, so it's a very long, skinny store, and I kind of thought that would be weird, but I love the setup. I think it's a really good setup for them. They have a huge work area in the
Hmm.
back, which they needed because from what Devin told me, they're getting more equipment and they're expanding things, so they did need the space.
I
So former
apologize, people, if
Bicycle World, what's that?
I was apologizing if I'm crunching in their ears.
That's okay. I'll talk over it. 158 Pitt Street, and you can go check them out at the store. They are closed today on Sunday, But their their website is thehappypopcornco.com. So check it out because they've got lots and lots of stuff there that you can check out first and then go pick it up at the store.
Really enjoying that pink cherry.
I see that.
Like it a lot.
It's
Mm,
they have so many interesting flavors. I
yep.
don't know how it's kind of weird how they come up with all these flavors, but they do, and they're really good.
Great.
Plus, not only popcorn, they have an amazing selection of candies, retro candies, candies from England, which I like because, of course, I'm from England, so I like all that stuff. The only thing I have a hard time walking past is the salt and vinegar crickets. Do
Oh.
you remember those? I still see those beady little eyes looking
Oh
at me.
my
Yes,
God.
folks, we did try that, and no, we will never try those again. No.
No thanks. Oh, that was gross. That was so gross.
It was. That took a lot
So
for us to
very
even
gross.
try it. Yep.
Hmm. Yeah, I can't believe we did that. Oh God.
No, I can't believe
The
it
things
either.
we try for this show. Anyway, speaking of, if you have any suggestions of things that we can try, please let us know. You can send us a message on Facebook or send an email to info@theseeker.ca, and then we'll try it. And the goal is to try to get you to try these things with us as well. So we'll try to post by tomorrow what we're going to be tasting next week, and there you go.
So
We
I
have a
think,
guest next week, don't we?
yeah, we do. And that's what I wanted to talk about. We have Kelly Bergeron is going to join us next Monday. And she's been working on something. Kelly is always working on something new. So she's going to be talking to us about this new, I think it's a new event. I'm not sure. She didn't really say too much. It's a
Okay.
surprise, and she's going to talk about it on the show next week. So that's our guest, and maybe we'll end up going to Fairy Sweet. Maybe it'll be Fairy Sweet that we try something from. So guys, if there's something at Fairy Sweet that you want us to try, post it.
Okay.
Let us know because I think we should do that. I just
Yeah.
want to say something quickly too. We do have a few minutes, and I didn't tell you this, but with my son passing last November the 24th and my dad October 3rd, Katrina had an idea. She wanted to contact a medium, and she wanted
Oh,
to, yeah, she really wanted to see if we could contact Christian and my dad. So she had us on a Zoom. There was me, Christopher, and Katrina, and the lady. And I don't know how much I believe in these, but there was one thing that really stood out to me when when she was talking to Christian. I We didn't want to say too much, right? We didn't want to give any clues or this and
yeah.
that because I don't know how this works. So I said to her, I said, ask Christian if he's still listening to his music. So that really tells you nothing, right?
Hmm.
So she came back with this. Yes, he is. He says he's still listening to it, and he's showing me this sign, kind of like that. Now,
Holy
I'm going, it gave me shivers because, like, how does a lady in her I don't know how old she was, probably in her 60s, know that sign and to do it? My son was
well,
heavily
okay.
he was into rap music, but how would she know that?
Well, I don't want to be the devil's advocate here, but isn't there a picture on
No,
his Facebook?
no,
Because I
I know, but we didn't tell her anything about who we were contacting. She would have
hmm,
had to really go in there and check it awful fast because when Katrina booked her, she didn't even say her own name. She called
wow,
herself Cat. She did not give anything more than that.
wow,
We didn't give names of who we wanted to contact for that reason. Because I'm thinking, maybe they go into Facebook, check out pictures, this and that, and go from there. We gave nothing.
wow.
She came up with that, Julia. So, like, that was one thing that was like, wow, you know.
That's crazy.
So that was kind of crazy. So, she also had tarot cards and stuff like that, which brings me to our newest contributor, Bride Rose. I'm going to be posting her column today. She's all into witchcraft. Her column is called Witch Witches Witch, and she does tarot card readings too. So I don't know. It's a different world.
Yeah, Yeah.
But
And you know, it's funny because we were having this kind of discussion yesterday because we watched a movie last night with the kids, and
weird.
we watched Insidious, and Insidious is
Okay.
just that. It's about, the other world, and it's about how,
Oh my
there's
goodness.
demons in the other world, and this
Oh,
this little guy is kind of like haunted by some of the demons.
okay.
And we were talking about this, and the kids were kind of freaking out because I was telling them that when I was younger, I had an experience when I was like, I think it was 19 or something, which
Okay.
at the time I thought I had been possessed, like 100%. That's how it felt.
Mhm.
But after reading and researching it, I kind of got that I think it was sleep paralysis. um
Oh,
and
I've
and
heard
it
about
and
that.
if you read about it, a lot of people describe it as having another presence taking over your body, because
Yeah.
that's how it feels. You're kind of like stuck in there, and you can't move, and you can't it was really a terrifying
Yeah,
experience.
yeah,
Like
you're
I've
paralyzed.
I've had it twice in my life, and it's really scary. Like, it's really scary. And
What, it feels like somebody's pinning you down or something that you just can't move,
exactly.
or
You feel pressured, like I did. I don't know if it's probably not the same for everyone, but I felt like something was pressing me onto my bed,
oh my
like
goodness.
pushing me onto my bed. I was
Mhm.
trying to get up, and I could not get up, like, because I was pressed into my bed.
Mhm.
And it really felt like, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was something trying to take over my body. Like, I felt like something was trying to take over. Like,
Wow.
I was in there, and I was trying to scream because I lived with roommates. And I was trying to scream their name to tell them to come and help me, and like, nothing would come out. Like, I could not move, I could not say anything. So I just started to pray.
You were
And
sleeping though. Were you sleeping?
I was going to sleep. I was like,
Oh,
I was either like in between sleep
yeah.
and that's what they say sleep paralysis is that
You're in
it's
between.
when your body's asleep but your mind isn't anymore. So
Okay.
there's like a few minutes where you actually, are conscious, and you can't talk, and you can't
Yeah.
do anything else. But anyways, who knows what it was? Like, science call it sleep paralysis, religion would call it what?
Scary.
Maybe, but yeah, no, I remember praying and telling them, "Hey, get the hell out of here. I didn't give you any permission to take over my body,
Yeah.
you don't belong here. Get the freak out of here." And eventually it just whoo
It went
lifted up.
away. Wow.
So, but yeah, it was the most terrifying thing that I've ever
Oh, I can
lived
imagine.
through.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
No,
scary.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I don't know, like, who knows what's on the other side too, because
Mhm.
like I said before, when my son was here, I could always call him. I always knew where he was, and it was, and now the fact that I don't know where he is, it really bothers me because I really don't know where he's gone.
Mhm.
I believe that he is continuing his journey on the other side, but where is
Yeah.
the other side? It's just a question that I don't think anybody really knows. People claim they do,
Yeah.
but who knows? It's
Yeah.
weird. Anyway,
Crazy.
yeah, so, like, continuing away from that subject. So, folks, we are working on the March Seeker right now. It'll be going to print at the end of this week. So, if you have any events going on, please go into our event calendar at theseeker.ca, enter your event. Anything that's entered for March will go in print into the March calendar, which we do hope to get going again, right, Julia?
Yeah,
Because,
of course.
oh my God, because that's how we started the Seeker for
Yeah.
what's coming up.
Yeah.
So, we do want to get back doing that. If you've got anything to contribute, if you want to put an ad for St. Patrick's Day for the start of spring, which is March 20th, would you believe? And then
Mhm.
Women's Day is our specialty magazine. So any women related businesses, if you want to advertise, give us an email, info@theseeker.ca. Let us know. Contact us on our Facebook page because it's the 23rd will be the deadline for any submissions.
All right. Perfect. So, on that note, thank you for watching us today. We hope you have a fantastic week.
And a super duper day.
See you next
Bye.
week. Bye.